Maybe you've heard of the law of correspondence, or it might have been called the law of attraction, the law of manifestation, the secret, the doctrine of signatures, or just plain old cause and effect. Every action has a reaction. What goes around comes around. But why is that? This idea that you reap what you sow comes under a set of principles called universal laws. And these universal laws explain pretty much how everything works. The law of vibration, the law of correspondence, and the law of duality. Although it seems like a random thing that's happening everywhere on every dimension all the time, these laws of energy are the keys to the universe, and consciously tapping into them can change your whole outlook on life. It was mind-blowing to me when I understood these laws. Energy follows clear pathways. I learned I could change my external circumstances by changing my energy. It helped me to accept what I couldn't control, which is the external world and other people's opinions and choices, and change what was mine to change, my inner world, my perspective, my thoughts and my feelings. This has made life better, less anxious, less dramatic. I can be an agent of change in my own life, and I understand how powerful my thoughts, words and intentions are to make a difference, personally and collectively. I've learnt how to call in what I need, accept what's not for me, and work on the parts that are out of sync. You can use these universal laws to call in love, abundance, a better job, take care of your health, confirm a decision or reach a goal. Being aware of energy pathways also plugs you into a bigger spiritual picture. The universe has got you. It's here to support you, and it helps to understand its language. So how does this work? This is where science meets magic. Everything buzzes, from a rock to a hummingbird to Kanye West. All matter is vibrating packages of frozen light, and the only difference between a rock and Kanye West is the frequency it vibrates. Physical dense matter, like a table or a bone, vibrates really slowly, So slow your hand doesn't go through it when you touch it. Subtle matter, like emotions or thoughts, vibrate at a higher level, faster than light, so you can't see them, though you might feel them. Some emotions have a heavy frequency, like grief and guilt or depression, and you can feel those emotions in your body. Some emotions have a lighter, finer frequency, like joy or enthusiasm. They raise the vibration rather than keeping it low, slow, and sticky. Thoughts vibrate faster than feelings, so your emotions tend to be susceptible to your state of mind. Calm your mind and you'll calm your emotions. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Some people call this invisible force chi, prana, energy, light, or just vibe. But across our universe, we are all made of the same buzzing particles, creating frequencies that can attract, repel, or harmonize with other frequencies, whether we see them or not. Everything has a vibration. You could think of this vibration thing as like playing a piano. The same note can be played at different octaves. It's the same vibration, but a different frequency. Some notes sound beautiful together, some sound scary, some sad, some uplifting. But we're all part of the same keyboard. We are one. All matter is made of a network of frequencies and vibrations, operating at different octaves, at different scales, from the same hardware. Like a radio tuner, as you slide along the scale, you match to a radio station. Slide along some more and there's a match to a different station. They both exist at the same space and time, but in different frequencies. And you'll only hear the one you tuned into. How you feel and where you focus your mind affects how you buzz, what octave you're harmonizing with, and what radio station you tuned into. And this brings us to the law of correspondence. If you resonate with something, you'll attract it, like a magnet. Like attracts like. When two frequencies vibrate at the same rate, they frequency match. Abundance attracts abundance. Generosity attracts generosity. A bad temper attracts arguments. If you stay at that frequency, you'll turn it into a cycle that attracts more and more of the same. Energy flows where thought goes. Your thoughts have a frequency, and if you repeat the same thought pattern, you'll amplify that intention, and the universe responds with a frequency match. The more energy you give to that thought pattern, the energy gets slower and denser. A thought pattern can slow down enough to become a physical manifestation. Being mindful of your thoughts and intentions really counts. Here's a story. One day, a rabbit was out in the fields and looked up in the sky and saw an eagle. The rabbit called out to Eagle, "Don't eat me, I'm a rabbit, don't look. Hey Eagle, I'm afraid of you, go away." The eagle looked down and thought, there's lunch. Zzz. End of rabbit. The rabbit called in fear, and the eagle responded. The law of correspondence has a second part, the law of duality. Like attracts like, but opposites also attract. Yep, magnets attract and repel. Really, it makes sense. Opposites attract because of duality. You can't have light without dark to define it. Yin is equal and opposite to yang. Force is met with resistance. And even where the sky lies down and touches the earth is duality. This equal but opposite principle is summed up like this. That which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below, in the accomplishment of the miracle of the one thing. As above, so below. As within, so without. The microcosm is the macrocosm. There's a correlation between the outer world and the inner world, and they operate as a whole. The world out there in the skies, the planets, the cosmos, the collective, our fate, is a direct reflection of the actions, thoughts, and feelings of each individual. They're connected as one thing. Everything is connected and carries a part of everything else. Patterns repeat and correspond to each other in nature. The microscopic helix of our DNA matches the twist of our particular part of the universe. The law of duality says that's not a coincidence. There are infinite demonstrations of duality operating in our world that we accept as fundamental reality. Sun, moon, night, day, masculine, feminine, birth, death. They're equal and opposite, and together they represent the whole, the one. As above, so below is a fundamental principle of astrology. At the essence of astrology is one simple proposition. The planets spell out messages in the sky. You can read their positions rather as you can read the hands on a clock. Once you know how to do this, you gain information about what's happening here on Earth. And why not? Jupiter has a frequency the same as everything else. Let's look at the correspondences. In mythology, Jupiter is the god of thunder and god of the skies, a larger-than-life philanderer, politician, and head of the Mount Olympus Parliament. In the sky, astronomers have determined that Jupiter is a huge planet filled with gas that glows sunny orange as storms rage over its surface. Centuries before this was known, astrologers were interpreting Jupiter as an expansive energy that can range from sunny generosity to inflated hyperbole and thunderous rage. Jupiter's frequency has been recorded, and it sounds like this. Grand, expansive, and thunderous. Can you see how there's a repeat theme between the astrophysics, the mythology, the astrology, and even the cycle per second sound of Jupiter? As above, so below. These repeat correspondences are the basis of all esoteric disciplines: alchemy, divination, plant medicine, It's how tarot works. What you carry inside affects and reflects what's in the external world. If the external world is chaotic, ask yourself where you feel inwardly out of control that's creating disruption. The chaos you feel inside is projected to the external world and reflected back, acting out in real time. If you feel lonely and isolated, ask yourself where you've separated and abandoned parts of yourself, rather than looking outside at what's hurt and betrayed you. If you nurture the parts that have been split off and reclaim them, your relationships with others will improve. Esther Hicks, as Abraham, talks about raising the vibrational frequency of heavy emotions. For example, depression is often a result of suppressed anger. Expressing the anger raises the vibration from depression to motivation, and you start to take action. You feel more accomplished and productive, and these are higher vibrations again. You begin to feel grateful, your heart starts to open, your mindset transforms. Just taking a small step to shift the energy will push the gradient towards where you want to go. What is opposite and what is alike buzz at the same frequency but different vibrations. If you're at the extremes of that polarity, you'll attract an extreme version of the frequency back. Empath and narcissist, victim and persecutor, love and hate, the same but different. Can love and hate be the same frequency? Yes, they're both passionate, intense feelings of desire. It's just that one softens and opens the heart, and the other hardens and closes it. If it's empath narcissist, the frequency match is that one gives and the other takes. They come from opposite ends of polarity. Get too close with the frequency match and the frequencies can cancel each other's out. Empath narcissist cancelled out is boundaries. So how can you channel these universal laws into a usable form? Thoughts, feelings and actions all carry a vibration. Your words are powerful. Be mindful of your thoughts in particular, because they trap emotions into a pattern, develop a belief system to support it, and manifest into physical reality, reflecting back the dominant thought pattern. You can work with that if you keep your thought patterns positive, and you don't have to get it all in one go. Just aim to get to the next level that's a higher frequency, and you'll shift that energy gradient. If you're stuck in a negative thought pattern, change your physical energy. Do power poses, jump up and down, go for a walk, move the furniture around, dance. Changing your physical vibration can lift the stuck mental and emotional vibration. All of nature is intrinsically involved in these laws of energy, so look for signs from the universe, look for synchronicities. This connected web and repeat patterns is everywhere once you tune in. Think how you can use the currents and flow of the natural world to magnetize what you want towards you. If you're setting some goals, declare your intention on the new moon, when the energy is fresh with a new cycle. If you're calling in a soulmate, use the luscious energy of a full moon to pull in a frequency match. Amplify the frequency of the love you want by being that frequency, not from projection, but from alignment. As above, so below. As within, so without. The microcosm is the macrocosm. These universal laws remind us that we're in a dynamic state of flux all the time. And growing self-love, even on the scars and wobbly bits, is the key to happiness. I'm Meryl Key, and this is my mystery school. If you want more of this kind of thing, watch the other vids on my channel on the secret workings of chakras and the 7 planes of existence. And thanks for your likes, subscribes, comments and shares. Find me on Instagram at my_mystery_school or on my website www.merylkey.com. Thanks for watching.